Hello, everybody out there. This is Terry Cole. I run Street Youth Ministry, or Simon.org, SYMIN.org. Um, I just haven't recorded in a while, and we got past the Valentine's Day fundraiser and all that jazz, so I thought I would record a little bit. I want to show you something. Spring 2020 has arrived, so I have this nice new, more compact switcher. I want to go to an app that I think you should build called Sim Admin App. And you just create this, make it available only to the admin profile, and you add tabs to it that are useful to you. And you may actually want to build the app with a blank set of tabs and then just add them by using the edit pencil. Most of the ones that I've added are actually ones I've added after I built the app, and there's really no harm in that. A blank app is quite useful to you and actually to your staff. We have two blank apps that people can configure with whatever tabs and windows and reports and dashboards they want. So it starts off with my open task, and we're using Kanban view to show tasks to people. You can drag and drop them from the various stages and click into them and change them and so on. Um, then I have NPSP settings. Never do I have to go searching for it. I have it right here. Um, I can, uh, it's a little slow while I'm video recording, but I can click into the health check and run the health check. And hopefully, right here on live video, I will have a positive health result. Yay, looky there. Um, I use the MPSP data importer, so I often go to this one related list called to be imported. Every once in a while, I have a record that hangs and won't import for whatever the reason. But you can see that today I don't. I just have a couple of PayPal donations that are waiting to be imported. They've been imported by Zapier um, by catching the webhook um, from PayPal. Okay, moving along. I only let our admins do contact merging, so this is where we have access to the MPSP contact merge page. Remember, don't use, or at least I don't think it's safe to use the native contact merge that Salesforce provides. You need to use the MPSP contact merge. Then I've done videos on it before, but I have our wall of zero, and we like it to always show no records that need data cleanup or repair. Anytime we find problems, like here's an oddity. We have 14 household accounts with no contacts. So something's been going on, and we will take a look at that, and we'll delete all of these, but we'll also wonder what activity is causing those to happen. We have 3 donors without lead sources. That's just a data cleanliness issue, and we clean that up. Donors without an estimated age, we don't always know, but we try to look at the list and look at least the biggest donors and fill in an estimated age. Donors gender, we try to fill that in, and you can see that we're doing well on that. Something we've added recently, because we're doing more texting now and letting people identify themselves by their phone number. We like um, the phone numbers to be formatted right, and that's on the second wall of zero. I have 2 because we have more than 20 items, and you can't put more than 20 items on a dashboard. I don't really want to delete any of these. We have 66 phone numbers that need some formatting. That means somebody's entered in a 7-digit short phone number, or they've put not anyway. They've put it in a format that we don't like. We actually use Apsona to clean it up. If you touch a phone number with Apsona, it tries to format it into a standard phone number format for you. We've been seeing this a lot. We're having contacts and the households not be in sync. We don't exactly know why. We haven't hit the override button, but they're not in sync. So we fix those because we don't want to risk picking up a bad address. Um, I do use a add-in duplicate checker, but I also have that tries to check duplicates in real time as you add them. But we have configured native Salesforce duplicate checking, and this is how I report on them. I go to it once a month when I'm cleaning up my wall of zeros. I sort these duplicate contact records by the date they were created and then each set of potential matching records is given an ID. So I group by that as well. And so you can see for February, we have a group of potential duplicates that I need to make sure aren't really duplicates of 5, and none of them are. And I've reviewed this list already, but I just keep going down the list until I reach a group size of 1. And that means we already corrected the duplicate. Salesforce noticed that we had a duplicate, but we've already corrected it, because you can't have a duplicate record set that only has 1 record in it. So that's what we do with that. We also have the accounts, but Salesforce native checks the way we have it configured doesn't really detect any. We have access to engagement plan templates here, MPSP data import batch setup here. And then there's also our adoption dashboard. Everyone should have one of these. This is the simple form that I'm calling up now, and it shows you simply in a heads-up display how many accounts, contacts, and standard objects you have. And then I have added in black the custom objects that we make heavy use of and have added. And I bring this dashboard up anytime I'm talking to somebody from Salesforce, so that they have an idea of how we're using the product and the scope and scale of which we're using it. And then there is a much more informative chart that I look at from time to time as I'm planning things. And that's the Salesforce adoption dashboard that shows each of those items by year. So this is an accumulative graph. It's easier to look at the context. So we have 1,200 contacts right now, and we had 10,000 contacts a year ago. So we create about 2,000 contacts a year right now. And that gives me some idea of how we're growing or using Salesforce. Affiliations, much lower utilization. Relationships, lower utilization. Campaign objects we use the heck out of. Some would say we should archive these old ones, but this is actually our intelligence. So I was really happy to see the data storage limits raised so that we can keep this and use them for our intelligence. How many opportunities we create a year, and so on. And then the black ones are the how many custom objects we're creating and using a year. So, cases, you can see that we started heavily using them in 2017. So that's kind of a late adoption for us. We started in 2013. So everyone should have this dashboard, if you ask me. It can help you explain your value to your boss. It can help you explain how you're using Salesforce and how it's changing. If you're talking about trying to make something, I don't know, you might be talking about how to make donation entry better. And that's a great idea. But for example, you might want to know that in 2019, we only created 1,000 donation entries. So if we're going to spend money to make it faster to enter donations, we need to consider that there's 1,000 of them a year. So anyway, everybody should have one of these. That's really all I'm going to show you in this video, but everyone should have this admin application of theirs. I stole the idea from another MVP. I think it's a great idea and highly encourage everybody to do it. So thanks a lot. Bye.